It is LeBron James saying,
Wow.
I am no longer a hunter. I am a gatherer. And I've seen it with other great players. I saw Kobe Bryant go through it. He didn't say he wanted to play with the guys that he was once competing against. He wanted to now mentor them and it was KD and LeBron and Carmelo. He wanted to show them his bag of tricks. This is the same thing. It's when a great player gets to the point where he realizes, I no longer can lead the pride. I just hope that the young lions aren't going to eat me. And Steph Curry's response was, nah, I'm still competing. I'm still going to try to eat you. I'm going to eat you. I'm good right now. But it's an understandable turn. LeBron James realizes I'm no longer competing for championships with these guys. I just hope that I get to stay around and be part of the equation.
When did LeBron stop competing for championships? I'm just curious. Do we have a date? Do we know? He won the second most recent one that was given out. So I'm just curious.
Our friend Emmanuel Acho pointed to March 5th this season when he made the turn from trying to win a title to trying to win a scoring title. So I would check with him, but that's the date that I was given. I just know it happened.
It's 33 days. That's probably around the time they taped this episode, White. So maybe Acho's correct on that. So here's the thing. I would argue that there was no way for LeBron to answer this question where Rick wasn't going to say that. He was asked, what current player that you haven't played with would you like to play with? So I'm not sure what the answer can be unless LeBron's going to no comment on his own show, on his own media outlet. That's probably not the way he wants to go, but I suppose it's a viable option. Guys, I'm not here to talk about those things. It's like literally, yeah, you are, and, it's the shop on your YouTube page. Yeah. Maverick probably isn't. That's not going to go over well in the post-production meeting. Here's the thing.
By the way, do you think he didn't know this question was coming?
Yeah. Oh, I don't. I don't think
it is his show. Did he come out of the blue?
It is his show, but I've been to a taping of it. It seems very off the cuff. It doesn't seem like that they're like, hey, we're going to do this and then that. But maybe it's true. Maybe LeBron, who's done more media interviews than any NBA player ever, maybe he's uncomfortable in under the hard questioning of PR. And so he's like, no, guys, you got to feed it to me first. And I got to check with my people on it. So I view it a little differently, Brew, which is I view it as, listen, LeBron is a literal and figurative free agent 1 year from now. Because 1 year from now, Bronny's going to be off in college. And 1 year from now, LeBron's going to be done with his contract with the Lakers. And do I think it's possible that a year from now, LeBron looks at the landscape and at least considers Golden State? Yeah, I think it's possible. Sure. Do I think it's possible that a year from now, LeBron is no longer demanding? He could get it, but no longer demanding personally a max salary? Yeah, sure. And do I think it's possible that Steph Curry, who has played in 4 NBA finals with LeBron on the court and been outplayed by LeBron in 4 NBA finals with LeBron on the court, is a year from now going to, yearn for playing in relevant basketball games again, of which he has not done in the last, well, I guess he played in a couple relevant basketball games last year. One of them ended with LeBron hitting that 3 in his eye. But do I think it's possible that Steph, one of the greatest, most selfless teammates ever, when the Warriors get bounced in round 2 this year and then maybe don't get further next year, is open to it? Yeah. So do I think this is on the board? I think it's on the board. Do I think it's likely? No. But I do think it's on the board.
You guys, I got issues with the things both you guys said. Because, Rick, by your logic, LeBron would have stopped competing for championships in like year 8 when he went to Miami. All right, I mean, LeBron's always been a gatherer. Or not always, but since he left Cleveland the first time, he gathered Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. He gathered Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He gathered Anthony Davis. Like, this isn't different. This isn't a departure to me from what LeBron's always done. He's just pointing out another great player. Nick, I think LeBron was just, as you said, answering a question, a hypothetical question. I would be stunned if he was really looking at going to Golden State and playing with Steph. I guess it's possible, but I thought he was simply answering a question. And from Steph, I don't think it was a diss. Now, if Steph had not welcomed Kevin Durant to his own team, if Steph hadn't flown to New York in 2019 in an attempt to keep Kevin Durant in Golden State, I might think it was a diss. Oh, Steph just wants to compete. He just wants to beat all of his contemporaries, not play with them. But that's not the case. We know that's not who Steph is. So why did Steph say I'm good, Wilds? Because Steph knows he's in a great situation. He doesn't need LeBron. He's like, I got Draymond, I got Clay, Jordan Poole all of a sudden is balling. I got Jonathan Kuminga and James Wiseman coming up. I can at least compete for championships right now. And if he even entertains in that interview the thought of playing with LeBron, he knows it's not a good look because the players on Golden State is thinking, okay, so is he possibly thinking about maybe leaving? Or it's the team is thinking, the players are thinking, well, if LeBron were to come here, that means some of us are being moved. So it just creates a bad situation going into a playoff run that they hope is long. And Nick, these will be significant games. I don't know what you're talking about with Steph not playing significant games.
I said he has.
These will be some significant playoff games they're about to start playing.
I'm just saying he hasn't in a few years.
Without LeBron.
Yeah, go ahead, Wilds. Yes, he will here in a few weeks. Yeah, but he just hasn't in a few years. Go ahead, Wilds.
Yeah, so my question is for Rick. Rick, what do you want LeBron to say there? Like, if you could redo it, you say, you know what, we're going to switch it up. We're going to bring Ric Bucher on to direct this episode, but we don't want with the caveat, we don't want to make any waves. We don't want to make any waves. So you hear LeBron say, it's going to be Steph Curry, and you're like, stop down, everybody, hold on, Rick Ross, stop down. LeBron, that's going to make some media waves. We want something that's not going to make any waves. What answer, what player do you want LeBron to say? Because he did say Bronny first, and then he said Steph. So what do you want him to say there?
You could stay with Bronny, or you could say, I get the opportunity to do that. I get to do that in All-Star games as the captain. I get to choose who I get to play with. And Broussard, you have a problem with my take and Nick's take. I have a problem with your take on this idea that LeBron has already done this. He went to Miami to learn from the old lion, Dwayne Wade. He was recruited to Miami in order to Dwayne Wade was in that same place. I can't quite do it myself anymore. I need a young lion to do it with me. Those guys being the best of friends made the most sense. And then LeBron went to Cleveland and said, no, I want to run my own pride. I want to be able to collect the lions around me and know that it is me without question that is leading this championship. And essentially did the same thing in LA. So this is a little bit different. This is, I'm going to potentially, to Nick's point, Nick said he'd have to go to Golden State. Like, he'd have to go there. When was the last time he did that?
Yes.
Was when he was in Miami. In order to learn from Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. Okay, well, learn from Dwayne Wade is a new take. Like, you've had a lot of Easter eggs sprinkled in here. I love Dwayne Wade, but that's one I haven't quite heard. I thought you were going to say
Dwayne Wade was a champion.
I thought you were going to say
James was not.
I thought you were going to say learn from Pat Riley. It would, though, follow the trend of LeBron going to fan bases that either had turned on him or never liked him, delivering them a title, and they begrudgingly have to like him because some Heat fans didn't like him because there was the Wade should be better than LeBron. He has a title, and he delivered him a title. Cavs fans turned on him, delivering him a title. Lakers fans really hated him because of the Kobe stuff. He could do that with Golden State too. But just most importantly, before we move on, a very important moment for this show because Wilds has been desperately searching someone to debate that will say LeBron James was an MVP candidate this year. And all he's had is Frank Vogel. Well, add Steph Curry to the list, Wilds. Did you hear Steph there? He's like, he's arguably the MVP. So, MVP you got two guys out there who are going to say LeBron was the MVP. Wow. So add Steph to your list of people you're mad at for bad MVP takes.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.